Welcome to TV Burp, the show in which we take a look at the week's TV. Here, did you see Antiques Roadshow on Sunday?
It's a wonderful piece. Where did you get it?
Well, I was holding it in trust for the princess. Yeah, it's all right. The Queen knows all about it, yeah. She came through for me in the end. 3 hours she had me in there with her. 10 minutes she had me there with her, yeah. He changed the flag, you know, Earl Spencer. Oh, yes. And I don't care what he says. I never laid a finger on Barrymore.
I'll give you £2.50 for it.
I'll take it, because I am a rock.
And I am an iron.
See, the Queen spoke in black and white, while the Princess spoke in colour. Yeah, Paul, mate, you want to check on the tracking on your TV, all right? Maybe need something to boost the signal. And after the kidnap scare, baby Brooklyn relaxes at home. Now, ITV1's The Cruise Ship. The food's fantastic, great facilities, and the entertainment is first class. Here's the very talented Penny with pianist Queenie. Careful, Penny, I think you might have started a bit low there. I'm not sure, you might have gone a bit high now. Now you've gone too high. Not long ago, Rick Waller joined the ship. Here he is in action. Now, he's a big lad, but there are reasons for this, as he explained on Celebrity Fit Club.
I've always had a very large structure. If you stripped all the flesh off me right now, you'd have like a massive skeleton. Quite frankly, I mean, I am structurally very substantial.
We got hold of some X-rays, which actually prove that basically he's pretty much solid bone, covered in a very fine layer of fat. He's basically highly sophisticated coral. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm enjoying my nightly fix of bargain hunt.
Hello, bargain hunters. I'm Davy Dickinson. I am, you know. You know I am. I'm Davy Dickinson. And I'm out and about looking for a bargain. Oh, I like your shoes, mate. I'm having some of that, bargain hunters. Now that's a bargain.
Isn't it strange how people end up looking like their stereos, though? Now, Britain's favourite show business doctor, second favourite show business doctor, Robert Winston. He's back with a new series, Human Instincts, in which he offers us uncanny insights into the workings of the human body.
Winston's Wisdom. Food is our fuel, and without it, we die. Winston's Wisdom.
To be honest, I preferred him when he was on 70s sitcom Mind Your Language.
Just take a note of all your names, nationalities and occupations, right?
Por favor, señor.
Yes?
Es la primera vez que vengo. Es esta la clase para aprender inglés.
Oh, packet of Tic Tacs, tin of dog food, some chicken nuggets and a bottle of bleach. I don't know. That's the last time I play Win the Adverts. Oh, bargain hunt.
I'm Davy Dickinson, and I am the hunter. Oh, I'm having some of that.
take you in.
But I'm the hunter.
There hasn't been a decent new road safety campaign recently, has there? Not since Alvin Stardust.
Just look at them. They must be crackers. Hey, you must be out of your tiny minds. When you cross the road, always use the green cross code. Great. See you, girls. Take it from me. Be smart. Be safe.
You see, we had Alvin back then. But you know, they've got a new campaign coming out next year. New bloke, yeah. Here's a sneak preview.
Don't just run across the road. Look up and listen about your cars. I mean, I love you dearly, but you're all mad.
Winston's wisdom. And it's not just babies that find bitter food disgusting. We all do. Winston's wisdom.
Now, whilst BBC Two are running Great Britain's, we're running our own version. Ladies and gentlemen, it's TV Burp's Great Kittens.
Great kittens!
And still at number one is Smudge. Oh, a 2-week-old tabby. Oh, bless. But remember, there's still everything to play for. Please send in your clips of kittens with your reasons why you want them saved. I mean why you want them to win. Write to the following address. P.O. Box number 13048, London, W10 6WQ. That's Great Kittens!
Great kittens!
Coronation Street now, and poor Sarah Tilsley was in a car crash. Oh, Sarah Tilsley, or Chi-Chi, as she's known now. Yes. She was so ill, she could hardly eat her bamboo shoots. I don't know. Sarah in the crash, Audrey in a fire. It's therefore been necessary for Coronation Street to issue the following severe gale warning. If anything else bad happens to my family, I'm going to be very, very annoyed. And really, you're not trying to kill my mum, are you, Richard? Martin, get back upstairs to bed. A severe gale warning there. But you know that there's been a lot of fire on the streets this week.
Everybody get outside now! It just warms with the heat. Now stand back, I'm going to kick it in.
Can you see? Sure. Oh my God! We're on fire!
But that fire on EastEnders was predicted in last week's TV Quick, What's on TV and TV Times. You see, if you take the covers and arrange them like so, right, there's a nice little story of the dangers of playing with matches. Look, there's the first one, TV Quick. Oh, it's got the matches there. Time to die, Moo. It's time to... Oh, I'm on fire, Moo. I'm on fire, Moo. Oh, I'm dead, Moo. I'm dead. I'm dead, Moo. Yeah, he died in a fire and then she cremated him. Nice one. So, it's time now. Yes, the whole Slater household went up, all the clothes were ruined. Yeah, he did over £12 worth of damage. Time for this week's TV Highlight of the Week. TV Highlight of the Week. It's the cafe fire on Emmerdale, and Viv and Steph doing a kind of stars in your eyes at Cafe Hope. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Viv Windsor and Lorraine Chase. That takes the number of fires at Emmerdale up to 23. In fact, in the 30 years since it's been on the box, the tiny village of Emmerdale has suffered 23 fires, 39 deaths, 17 car crashes, and a plane flying into it. It's like a kind of northern Bermuda Triangle, basically. You know, despite this appalling record on health and safety, just a couple of weeks ago, look what Viv was up to at the cafe. She's taking the batteries out the smoke alarm. It's going to be a fire. I thought it was high time someone gave him a little bit of advice on health and safety. You see, country folk are more prone to fires because of their clothes. Anoraks, wax jackets, straw hats, and of course bushy sideburns are all highly inflammable. area. Ah, Viv.
You're not the stalker, are you?
No, well, not round here anyway. No, I'm with Health and Safety. Very sorry to hear about your cafe burning down like that.
Oh, I know, the old thing went up in smoke. Plate of chips ruined.
Yes, but you know, Viv, you really shouldn't have removed those batteries from the smoke alarm, should you?
Smoke alarm? I thought that was the thing that told me when my toast was ready.
No, Viv. Things like chips and toast, highly flammable. Whilst we're on the subject of fire hazards, that hair of yours, how much hairspray are you using on it?
Oh, 3 cans in the morning, 3 cans at night. Why?
Well, it's highly flammable.
Oh, Harry, I had no idea. So what do you suggest?
Well, from now on, we'd like you to wear this asbestos hat. Loose petrol? Health and Safety. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm just sorting through some leftover fireworks. Why?
But look at you!
Oh. Yes.
Yes! Surely a man of your age knows the health risks associated with smoking.
Just look at them. They must be crackers. A double-decker bus could be right on top of them and they'd never even see it. Hey, you must be out of your tiny minds. Remember, whenever you cross the road, always use the green cross code. Keep looking and keep listening. See you, girls.
Alvin Stardust, what the...
Do you know they've had 17 car crashes here, Harry? I thought they could do with a little bit of help, so I'm working this stretch, and Kevin Keegan's working the patch up by Home Farm. Be smart, be safe.
Hey, you know how you could recreate the closing titles of Emmerdale, right? In the privacy of your own home. All you need is a tray of broccoli, right? You get the broccoli like this, and you go... Well, tomorrow night sees the release of the new Harry Potter film. Now, I'm not sure about Harry Potter myself. See, in my day, you wanted someone who could solve supernatural conundra. You had Doctor Who, didn't you? Well, who's better, Harry Potter or Doctor Who? There's only one way to find out. Fight! We'll be back after the break. Welcome back. Now, is it me, or are the gaps between the ad breaks getting shorter and shorter? Join us in part 3.
Oh, hang on. I'll be right back.
New sanitary towel. Looks a bit like sugar.
Winston's wisdom.
Believe it or not, my testicles are bigger than his.
Winston's wisdom.
Welcome back. Now, Channel 5, is evolving. Yes, it always used to be sex and documentaries about the Nazis. Not anymore. No, they've completely cleaned up their act. And I must say, last week I really enjoyed a programme on New Look 5. Was Hitler gay? No! Well, that's what I thought, but take a look at this clip. Yeah, it's pretty persuasive, isn't it? Then, you know what? I remember that old show that he used to have on Channel Fumph. Sorry, Fumph. Willkommen, ja. Der Äppelstuhl, ja. Äppelstrudel. Sie lieben Dick, ja. Sie lieben Dick. Ich liebe Dick, ja. Ein Ike, ein Volk, ein Führer. Talk about Mein Kampf. So, Adolf Hitler there, beaten in the ratings every week by V. Winston Churchill. Now, pop stars. Bop, bop, doo-wah. It was the boys' turn. It was the boys' turn again at the weekend, and the great British public got rid of Mikey, the tall, handsome one with a great voice. You're having a laugh, ain't you? Most of the ones left are under 5 foot. Mind you, when it comes to coming up with a name for the boy band, they'll be well ahead, won't they? We suggest Short Ass. Bop, bop, doo-wah. The other week, one of the lads admitted he was too old for it. You know, I know how you feel, mate. I really do. I tell you who is too old for it. Pete Grandad Waterman.
Just a shout, kid.
Doing it, kid. You're through, son.
Yeah. Well done, kid. Off you go, son.
You got through, kid.
Off you go, kid.
You know why he calls everyone kid or son? Because everyone is younger than him. He went down to Portsmouth once to visit the Mary Rose and was surprised to learn that it has sunk. That's how old he is, right? He went on Friends Reunited and Moses got him back in touch with him. That's how old he is. You know, he cries every time he sees a fossil because he remembers it when it was running around. That's how old he is. And while we're on the subject, what was he doing with those big pads of paper?
If you see me walking down the street, staring at the sky, dragging my 2 feet.
Well, we got hold of one of them, look, and look at this. Zero. He's got problems, basically. He's so old, his premiums went up after the Great Fire of London. That's how old he is. It's so annoying, though, isn't it, to have to wait to find out what happens in the soaps. So we thought we'd use this Ouija board to try to contact the other world, see if they can predict what happens.
Ouija board, Ouija board, Ouija board, would you help me?
I am the ghost of EastEnders.
Man alive! It's Lou Beale! Take a seat, darling. Now, Lou, you look troubled.
Oh, well, Harry, you see, I'm worried about my Pauline's friendship with Private Pike.
Give it time, Lou. Give it time. Now tell us, what are your predictions for next week's EastEnders?
Well, watching the tweenies, little Louise gets overexcited and she burps up a rusk.
Sounds a bit of a quiet week, Lou.
Oh, you can only have so many fires, Harry.
You're absolutely right. It's the ghost of EastEnders past there. Hold up the Ouija board. BBC Two have got a new series, The Entertainers, which follows favourites like Leo Sayer and Tony Blackburn. And don't you just hate it when things aren't clearly marked for you? Things like, I don't know, for instance, where the entrance is. No, Tony. No, Tony, it's on the seafront, Tony. No, go round the front, Tony. It's on the... No, you can't get in that way.
See if we can get in this way.
No, you can't get in that way. It's on the seafront. No, go round the front, Tony. Yeah, go round the front. Now, I don't know whether you saw Russian Roulette in the week, did you? It was a one-off special hosted by Rona Cameron off of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's a kind of I'm a celebrity, shoot me, I'm slowing you down. It's a chance for celebrities to prove they're not as dumb as the characters they play.
Which MP has a seeing eye dog called Lucy? Bruce.
The blind fella.
If you get it wrong, you go through a hole in the floor.
Jono, when you're ready, pull that lever. It's plunge time.
Good luck, everybody. The problem is, we've got the studio below them. It's John O'Coleman!
Harry!
Hi.
Sorry about that. How do I get back to the other studio?
You need to go through the door and up the stairs,
Okay,
John.
then I'll be on my way.
But before you go, Johnny, you've lost a hell of a lot of weight on that Fit Club, haven't you?
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, I've lost nearly 5 stone, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, looking at you there, Johnny,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I could lift you now.
Oh, look, I know. I have a go if you want. I don't know if you can.
I bet you I get
any opportunity for a little hug.
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
next series.
Yeah, OK. Well, lovely to meet you. Through the door and up the stairs.
Bye, everybody.
John O'Coleman there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, just time now for a roundup of the top gossip magazines. It's round the sea. It's on the seafront, Tony. It's on the. It's on the seafront. Dear, oh dear. The top glossies. Yeah, we've got Hello here, Diana. What she really thought. We've got there. OK, going with celebrity mums and babies. And Now magazine, they're going with the big Barrymore exclusive, which is basically I've had it off with Hitler as well. And to sing us out, ladies and gentlemen, Penny off the cruise ship.
Our love is like a ship on the ocean, sailing with a cover on our Atlantic Ocean. Said I'd like to know where you got the notion. And I'd like to know where you got the notion. Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over.
Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Don't tip the boat over.
Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over. Don't rock the boat, baby. Don't tip the boat over.
Rock the boat.
coat. I'm having humor. I'm David Dickinson. And I am the hunter.
Welcome to TV Burp, the show in which we watch the TV so you don't have to. Well, of course, Celebrity Big Brother started last night, but as well as Sue Perkins, Les Dennis, Goldie and the rest of them, there's also another well-known figure in the house, but you don't see quite so much of him, as most of the time, he's hiding.
Osama, how are you getting on?
Well, I'm not happy about it, man. You know, I mean, that Les Dennis, like, he's got some bacon in the fridge and it's dripping onto my tofu, man. You know, like that really bad smell. That Sue Perkins off the bread advert, right, she's all over me, man. She's all, I mean, like, she's well fit, but back off, Sue, all right? I mean, I got 10 whites back home. You know what I mean? I got 10 whites. When they told me, like, Goldie was going to be on it, I mean, I thought they meant the dog off Blue Peter. A bloke with all the teeth. Now, I'm just not happy about it. I mean, I really miss my cave. Ever wonder why you never see the tweenies without their heads off? And I'm a little bit anxious tonight because I've left Michael Jackson babysitting, you know. It's all right, I'm in a bungalow. Now, you know that sitting in watching TV can lead to obesity? Which brings me to Celebrity Fat Club. Sorry, Fit Club, Fit Club. And Tommy Walsh has had a relapse. Oh, Oh, I love this show. Here's Colleen Nolan being weighed in last week.
Last month you weighed 11 stone, 10 pounds.
Right.
And today you weigh 11 stone, 6 pound. 4 pound loss.
Good.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're probably like me. When you weigh yourself, you always have a doctor present, don't you? Always have a doctor. Just in case, you know, you fall off and perhaps scrape your tummy. You know, bang something nasty. The thing is, Doc, you know, shouldn't you be at work? Poor old Rick Waller. Oh, he's having a hard time. Yeah. See, this man, surely he should have his stomach stapled, right? To his arse. Cut out the middleman. No, be fair, it's been tough on Rick. And if you were Rick, you'd probably be looking forward to going home and maybe collapsing on your bed. And if you were Rick, perhaps you've been on a strict diet all this time, and maybe you'd allow yourself one little treat.
But I'm just so exhausted. And I don't know, I'm just really looking forward to getting back to my place and collapsing on my bed. A nice bottle of water or something.
Yeah, treat yourself, a nice bottle of water. Really push the boat out. But the undoubted star of Celebrity Fit Club, for my money, is Ian McCaskill.
Ian said he hasn't rode a bike in 64 years. You right? Hell, man. See, you worked by hitting on the tree. Same spot we fell last time.
That's the thing with riding a bike. It's so easy to forget how to do it, isn't it? The other week, he forgot how to swim. Isn't it weird how people end up looking like they're toasters, though, eh? Emmerdale, the story of simple country folk.
Oh! Wish they made these things a bit smaller.
Did you know that every year over 12,000 country folk fall into their wheelie bins and become trapped? That's why we've started a campaign. Before you empty, lift the lid. Now, one of my all-time favourite programmes is Time Team, and Tony and his gang are back on Channel 4 with some of the highlights. What I love is the way they manage from a tiny bit of flint or something to build up a much bigger picture.
The house was taking shape, and we'd established that there was more than one. Working away clearing the floor of his roundhouse, Phil discovered this bone awl.
And I mean, that sort of polished tip, I mean, you can't make a thing like that, can you? You can only get that polish by using it.
Yeah.
If that's polished, I'd like to see his shoes.
So from now on, whenever Grace looks out of her window, she'll be able to imagine several Iron Age roundhouses in her garden.
Yeah, just by looking at a tiny piece of bone, she can sit back and imagine a garden full of Iron Age dwellings. Come off it, lads! Hey? The best you can imagine from a piece of pointed bone would be another piece of pointed bone that looked a bit like it. Or at a stretch, a packet of them. Right? My advice to you is try finding something bigger. You know what I mean? Have a look at this bit.
Now, this is the ditch around the outside of Phil's house.
Yeah, this is the big roundhouse.
The big roundhouse. The roof's coming down like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the front door.
The most you could say about that brown area is that it's mud. There's the Time Team lineup, look. And you thought Hearsay were weird looking. They did Lennon on Great Britain's in the week. Now I wonder, you know, what's Liam Gallagher's son done to deserve that sort of attention? John Lennon, who once said, "Imagine there's no countries." It's all very well, John, but, you know, where are you supposed to go on holiday? You haven't thought it through, have you? Now, I watched Children in Need last week, and I would have thought that surely by now they've raised enough money to get Pudsy's eye fixed. You know what I mean? I've got the slight idea that maybe he's milking it a bit. We managed to pick up this footage, suppressed by the BBC, of Pudsey himself leaving Television Centre after the Children in Need broadcast.
All right, girls. Well, I'll be needing this. Wait a minute, where's my car? Where's my car? Get the producer down here now! This is a disgrace! They know who I am! Without me, there is no children in need!
See, in my experience, most children are in need of a good old-fashioned telling off. You know, still, that's just me. Now, Nigel was voted off Fame Academy this week, yeah, and he went back to the arms of his wife, Mel, who he hasn't seen for 4 weeks. Oh, which reminds me, I better just, yeah. Hello, Mel? Yeah, it's Harry. Yeah, listen, love, I think it's probably better if I don't come over anymore. Yeah. What with him being back and everything, yeah. No, all right, yeah, no, yeah, I can't, not now, it's a little bit awkward. All right, yes, I'll talk to you later. And Amy was voted off Pop Stars to Rivals, hosted, in part, of course, by dear old Pete Waterman, who, let's face it, he is getting on in years. Here's a picture of him in makeup. He is old, Pete Waterman. He's so old, his first pair of shoes melted because when he was a kid, the earth was still hot. That's how old he is. His favourite dish at Christmas was roast dodo. That's how old he is. He's upset at the moment because he lost out to Henry Cooper to be the face of the flu jab. That's how old he is. Hey, is it me, or does Louis Walsh look a bit like Jimmy Cricket? You may laugh, but take a look at this clip of him on Pop Stars.
No.
No, we'll all make a decision.
We're going to make a decision. No, you're not. I'm going to go for Nina. That's just me.
Nina, you're through.
Oh, it's so annoying, though, isn't it, to have to wait to find out what happens in the soap. So we thought we'd use this Ouija board to see if we can contact the other side and see if they can give us any predictions.
Ouija board, Ouija board, Ouija board.
I am the ghost of EastEnders past!
Man alive, it's Lou Beale! Take a seat, darling. Now tell me, what are your predictions for next week's EastEnders?
Pauline's getting depressed, and she goes and sits on a bench in the middle of the square.
You're sure it's the bench, not the allotments?
No, bench.
Or the swings?
Definitely bench.
Or Arthur's grave. Sometimes if she's fed up, she goes and sits there.
No, it's not that bad yet for the grave. Bench first, then swings, then allotment, then grave.
Lou Beale there! Hold up the Ouija board. Is me, or has every actor that ever walked a stage at one time or another been in the bill? Here's just a few. Angie Watts, Den Watts, of course, and their daughter Sharon, Steve Owen, Neil off The Young Ones, and his flatmate Rick, Lily Savage, the bloke off The Carry-Ons, and Roger Daltrey. It's been ever so good of late. I enjoyed this particular exchange between Sergeant Boyden and a member of the public.
They had a gun and they took the car.
What sort of car?
The kids.
What kids?
The kids are still in the car.
The kids are in the car?
They took the car. I tried to stop them.
Listen, darling, can you tell us what sort of car?
It's a Mercedes black 4x4.
A four-wheel drive, yeah? Registration?
X469 something. I don't know. Please, the kids. I'm worried.
Don't worry, we'll find the kids.
Are they your kids?
But where are the kids?
The kids are in the car.
The kids are in the car.
The kids are still in the car.
The kids are in the car.
The kids are in the car.
Is it me, or are the policeman actors in the bill getting younger? Shouldn't those kids be in the car? Even Todd Carty's joining the bill. Mark Fowler off of EastEnders. Yeah, of course, it was Mark Fowler who pushed nasty Nick Cotton off a roof. Could he possibly be at work in our TV highlight of the week?
TV highlight of the week.
That fridge.
Derek, watch your back! Put it down!
What? Yeah, in fact, the only person who hasn't been in the bill is me. Well, last week, I set about making my own uniform, some old tights, a blue mac, some wellies, some blue paint, and a walnut whip. Then I took a trip down to Sunhill. There we are. Evening all. What do you think, eh? Uncanny, isn't it? Right, off to Sunhill. Morning, Ken. It's working. Morning, Super. Got any big cases for me to solve? I'm quite happy to go down to the Bronte estate, round up a few felons. I've got the van outside and everything.
Who the hell are you?
Right, I'm DCI Hill. I'm on attachment from Emmerdale Central. Yes, they told me to come down here and solve a few crimes for you.
You never told us. Did they tell you, Robbie?
He's not on any list I've been given.
Oh, that's typical of them up at Emmerdale Central. It really is. The thing is, I'm here now, you know. I've got the uniform and everything. So, I must be kosher.
Yeah, he's got the uniform, Super. He must be genuine.
And the van?
Yeah, in the van.
Yeah, well, if he's not on any lists, he can't be in it.
But everyone else has been in it. You had the entire Watts family off EastEnders once. I'll catch a serial killer for you. Well, I just have to go it alone. Excuse me, sir. I'm DCI Hill for up at Sunhill, where they filmed the bill. Now, these leaflets that you're passing out here, what are those?
Sorry, I cannot speak English.
Well, all right, on your way. Can I see your bus pass, please?
Right, I haven't got my bus pass on.
All right, up against the wall. Come on, spend it. Come on, DCI Hill from Sunhill Police Station. This car of yours.
Yeah.
When was the last time you give it a clean?
About 8 months ago.
Yeah, it's filthy. Get it sorted, all right? You realise that walking slowly can hold up people on important business, don't you?
There he is, Gov.
Walking slowly.
There was something about the uniform didn't quite ring true.
I'm arresting you for impersonating a police officer. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when... Hang on, Gov. Look at this.
CI5, why didn't you say so?
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
All right, chatties, men. Go on, off you go.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Don't let it happen again. Oh, and fellas.
Yes, sir.
Smarten yourselves up a bit, eh? I don't know, Children in Need, Red Nose Day by Comic Relief. They're both good shows, but which is better? Well, there's only one way to find out. Fight! No, Russell, get off! Russell, get off! We'll see you after the break. Russell, no, I hope it. Just sit down, take it easy. Welcome back. Now, news just in, the Queen breaks her silence on royal butler Paul Burrell.
I hate you, butler.
Well, last night I came in a bit late. I'd had a few drinks. I threw my tie down like that on the carpet. I've got a green carpet, and I put down an Alka-Seltzer for the morning. And when I got up, I just sort of got up and I sort of looked at it like. It's the dome. The Alka-Seltzer is the dome. You get it?
David Dickinson, what are you doing in the Big Brother house?
Well, I'm most disappointed. I should be here, really. I mean, it's just the sort of exposure I'm looking for. Do you know who I am? If I see that Davina McCall, I'll have her balls for earrings. I'm David Dickinson, and I am the hunter!
Coronation Street is sponsored by Cadbury's. And look at this for product placement.
It's good to see you again.
She's even got a chocolate door. And her house is made of gingerbread. Well, Gail's mum, Audrey, of course, has been tricked into thinking she's losing her marbles.
Mum, you just can't live by yourself anymore. You're a danger. You're a danger to yourself.
Yeah, it seems you can get your elderly relatives put away just by hiding things. But to make completely sure, to really nail it, what I like to do is dress up in a German stormtrooper outfit, knock on my nan's door and ask her if she wants to buy any powdered egg. That really confuses them. So Gail's husband, Richard, hatched a cunning plan to burn down Audrey's house, then use the insurance to rebuild it, then sell it. Now, wouldn't it have been easier to have just smothered her with a pillow? You know what I mean? You know, just a pillow. Or an oven-ready chicken, you know. A chicken held over the face, you're dead within, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. Longer with giblets, of course. But you know, people knock the soaps for being dumb, not Corrie.
Two different views of love, selfish or unselfish.
Clod of Clay gets involved in a philosophical debate with a pebble in a brook.
Really?
Yes, yes. The clod of clay says, love seeketh not itself to please, while the cynical pebble says, love seeketh only self.
Yeah, that's all very well, but where are the kids?
The kids are still in the car.
The kids are in the car! Now, who saw David Starkey's Edward and Mary last week? Yeah, history. Not as popular as it used to be, is it? Here he is, talking about the unknown Tudors.
The Chronicle shows just how central the young king was to his own government.
Wait a minute, that's not a real Tudor, that's a normal boy dressed up. It's a mock Tudor. By the way, did you spot the historical inaccuracies in that clip? Get it right, Starkers! I love Life, but I love BBC Two's Life Laundry more. Take a look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
The Burrell family. Have a clear out. Here's host Dawn Walter attempting to get an insight into why they've got so much stuff.
It was a gift from my parents, actually. So it's not a handmade one.
And are your parents both still living?
No. My dad's dead and mum's in Australia. So.
Are your parents both living? No, my dad's dead, my mum's in Australia. Oh, she's as good as dead, isn't she? Yeah, I've got all my family insured against injury, loss of limb, and going to Australia. Now, this family, they've got far too much stuff, basically. They've got 10 of everything when they should only have one. I mean, even their photographs are made up of more than one photo.
One of the hobbies I have is photography, and I take pictures of seaside piers. So I do them as joiner pictures, so there's perhaps 6 or 7 different shots in one picture.
Yeah, now, maybe I'm being dumb here, but surely you could get the whole pier in the one photo if you stood further away. You wouldn't have to do a joiner photograph. Stand further away, mate. All right. What the... Viv? What? You're miles away from Emmerdale, darling. No, I'll make sure you're on the next bin wagon home. All right, yes, stay where you are. Well, just time now for a quick roundup of the papers. Tomorrow's papers, the Weatherfield Recorder. They're going with Baldwin takes on more staff. The Wolford Gazette, Pauline spotted on bench. Family fears she's a bit depressed. And finally, the Sunhill Times, they've gone with kids found in the car all along. What the? It's in the gas gun!
before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you.
Like a bat out of hell. Like a bat out of hell. Like a bat out of hell. Like a bat out of hell.
I found my baby, wait! Wait!
Sue, darling, don't bother with that thing. I'm David Dickinson, and I am the hunter.
And more from Harry Hill next Thursday at the same time. Meanwhile, you can catch up with the weight-losing progress of biker Ian McCaskill and others in Celebrity Fit Club tomorrow night at 8:30. Next tonight, there are only 3 girls left from Mr. Right.
Welcome to TV Burp, the show which picks the wheat from the TV chaff and demonstrates its ears. And this week, Princess Anne dropped into BBC's Animal Hospital.
There we are, Dottie. You got a bit of an itch there. Well, Mum, she seems perfectly all right to me.
And you can catch a frank interview with Dottie the Bull Terrier on tomorrow's Tonight with Trevor McDonald. She wasn't destroyed under the Dangerous Dogs Act, no.
The Queen came through for me.
The Queen came through for her. And ITV1's Mr. Right is down to the last 2 girls. And on Fit Club, sorry. Rick Waller has finally burst.
Totally stressed out.
And as Big Brother races towards its climax, we bring you our TV Big Brother Highlight of the Week.
TV Big Brother Highlight of the
We're living in a golden age of telly, ladies and gentlemen, we really are. Big Brother have a live 24-hour feed, and we at TV Burp have one too. Yeah, here's a little from the TV Burp live TV feed from earlier today. Yeah, it's me watching the Big Brother live feed, basically, yeah. I tell you what, I spent most of the day trying to get my money back on my old Ann Diamond fitness video. Well, they weren't having any of it down at Woolies. Big Brother, though, eh? Goldie out first. Can you imagine his wife and family getting that news? Oh, what already? What are we supposed to do with him? Can you have him for a bit longer? First out and back to the arms of his wife, Sonia. Oh, which reminds me. Hello, Sonia. Yeah, it's Harry. Yeah, it's probably best I don't come over anymore. Yeah. Yeah, now he's out, yeah. What? 5 times? Well, I haven't got any Savlon. Is it me or has Rolf Harris been leaning on his paintings again? Now, I've heard some pretty amazing claims in my time, but listen to this one from the Bill.
Do you remember, Pete? Anglesey, wasn't it?
Would you let the man go, Mum? Sorry about her. Talk the hind leg off a donkey.
She can talk the hind leg off a donkey. But can she? Well, we put her to the test tonight. Are you there, Mrs. Haynes?
Yes.
Confident?
Fairly, Harry.
All right, off you go.
I saw that Mrs. Kenworthy from number 23 yesterday. She doesn't look at all well. I said to her son, is there something wrong with your mother? She doesn't look well. Well, when I
Any
say
movement on those
well,
legs?
I mean, she has
No,
that sort of pace.
nothing so far. It's not looking good, I'll be honest. But we'll see how she's getting on a little bit later.
I am slow to get going.
You know, one of the programmes I love is Life Laundry, the show where people chuck out a whole load of stuff and sell it at car boot sales. I watch it on the portable in the bedroom. Well, I can't get in the lounge for all the stuff. Here's Donna Water and the gang in action.
Oh, my God.
I'm being really sweet this morning, and I'm going to let you keep one of them, Justin.
Yeah. Whoa! Oh! Don't listen to those squeals. Bad womble.
Throwing away a womble. Though, for a womble mixed up with all that litter, that's torture. Now, the big news on ITV1 this week is Dr. Zhivago. Hey, it's back and it's raunchy. All right, that's enough. It's a remake, basically. We've got another one now. Yep, that takes us up to 2 Dr. Zhivagos. That's 7 Great Expectations and 12 Scrooges. And, just the 1 Fame Academy. Here's the opening sequence. The young Dr. Zhivago gets some bad news.
What sort of man leaves his only child alone and destitute?
My papa's a good man.
And we've got hold of him. Please welcome the young Dr. Zhivago. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Zhivago. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. Tell me, Dr. Zhivago, did you enjoy making Dr. Zhivago, Dr. Zhivago? I certainly did, Harry. Now, you're a poet, of course, and I? Yes, you are. Take a look at this.
Zhivago. What's this? Poetry? Your own?
Yes, sir.
Not only do you want to be a doctor, you want to be a voice of the people as well.
No, sir. I just want my own voice.
I just want my own voice. Are you going to do one of your poems for us now, Dr. Zhivago? I don't want to do one of my shows. I'll go and do one of your poems. I don't want to do one. I'll go and do one of your poems. I don't want to do one of my poems. All right, I'll do one. All right, what's the first one you're going to do? We've got the book here, you see? We've got the poetry book. What's the first one? Winter in Moscow. It's winter in Moscow. OK, off you go. Winter in Moscow. Oh, God, it's cold. It's a short one. It's a short one, that one. What's the next one? This one's called The Firing Squad. It's The Firing Squad. Yes, it's been inspired by the execution of the Tsar and his royal family. OK, it's been inspired by the execution of the Tsar and the Russian royal family. OK, off you go. The Firing Squad. Bang, 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 bang. Anyone get anaesthesia? Not sure. Oh. There we go. That's enough. That's all he does. Dr. Zhivago there. Ladies and gentlemen. Coronation Street now. Isn't it weird how people end up looking like they're light switches, though, eh? This week, on the bill, Des Taverner and Gemma Osborne went undercover to infiltrate a badger baiting ring. Now, Celebrity Fat Club. Sorry, Fit Club. Now, Anne Widdecombe's a game old bird, isn't she? She's up for anything.
This is what your guys seriously thought I was going to... The idea that I would obsessively each day write down the amount of exercise I do is ludicrous. I'm not convinced you need compass reading skills in order to lose weight. You wanted to know about our problems with food. Well, I could have summed it up for everybody. We eat too much, you know, full stop. End of story.
That's the spirit, Anne. Mind you, she was prepared to have a go at tennis. All right, Anne. Blimey. Just stop it, Anne, will you? Blimey, we've got a right one here, we really have. What about You Look Blind Date, though? The idea is to spice things up a bit, make it a bit more Dr. Zhivago. Ooh. Here's a clip from last Saturday's show.
Come on, Chuck, give us a kiss. Come on.
I don't like Priscilla. I don't like her.
You want to? Go on. You'll never get your leg over an elbow there.
See, if you get Dale Winton...
I was having a dinner in a Chinese restaurant.
Amazing how similar they all
and
are.
Cliff Richard and combine them, you get ITV1's Mr. Right.
Oh, baby.
Lance Gerard Wright, who had to choose from this bevy of beauties.
They come from all over the country, from Cardiff to Clacton-on-Sea. They have a broad range of looks and personalities. The youngest is 24, the oldest 37.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. Oh, but they're fun.
I'm sorry. Call me another girl's name.
Intelligent.
I had this idea that clay pigeon shooting was shooting clay at real pigeons.
They're classy.
Were you frightened? Shat my pants.
The girl I felt sorry for was poor old Heidi from Show 1. When she first met Lance, she seemed to make a really strong impression.
I'm called Heidi. You want me to tell you why? Mother and father shagged in Hyde Park.
You're sending a profile, just like Brooklyn Beckham.
Probably thinks that I'm a scouse, blonde, retro, has-been.
She from the rough part of Liverpool and on the dole, he a job in the guards and an equerry to royalty. They seemed made for each other.
Without a doubt, one of the strongest characters of the evening was Heidi.
Sounds promising.
But I did feel that perhaps you'd misjudged me.
Okay.
But I'm afraid I'm going to have to say goodbye to you.
OK, Lance,
Okay.
that's no problem.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Booted out on Show 1. He's got 3 girls left and they're all in a flat in London. It's a nice flat, but to me, it's just a little bit busy. You know what I mean? So that's why I took a special friend to visit them.
You are kidding. He was all over me the other night. Ridiculous. Anyone can see that we're made for each other.
Hello, girls.
Oh, hi, Harry.
Everything all right?
Yeah, no, best of friends.
Katie, could you call the dog off? Yes, now, girls, this flat of yours, right, it's a little bit busy, isn't it? A little bit too much stuff. That's why I've got a friend of mine to come and help you sort it out.
Hi, girls. Did you ever wonder why you had too much stuff? You need to show me around. So how many bride magazines do you need? This is what I mean.
No, you can't throw these out. I really need them.
Look at this. You've been putting your picture in next to Lance's.
Wedding day, brides. You've got a problem, Jeannie.
How many white dresses does a girl need?
I need these. I do. I really do.
By the time you get married, honey, these are going to be out of fashion.
No, you don't understand. This
Just give it up.
I need them. No, please.
Come on.
Let the dress go.
These don't leave very much room for love in your life. What's those voodoo dolls? They're not very healthy.
He will be mine, Donna. He will be mine.
Katie, you really need to learn to let things go.
Okay, just take it. Take it away.
Me?
What's that noise?
Oh, that's Heidi. She didn't take it too well.
It's Heidi, Lance. I'm back and I'm sober and I want another chance, you pompous bastard. Please.
You see? That's much better, isn't it?
Hello, girls.
Hi.
Listen, I have got front row seats for Les Mis.
Hello, baby.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Very well.
Listen, do you like musicals?
Like them? I love them.
Great. Hello. Yes. Could you change my seats to the back row? I've got a filly in tow. Thanks. Bye.
Why doesn't he just get off with Ulrika like everybody else? only do what all the other toffs do and marry a cousin. Well, Great Britain's at the weekend and Charles Darwin scraped in at number 4, despite a last-minute rally from his supporters. See, my money was on Nelson. But who is better, Nelson or Churchill? I think there's only one real way to work it out. Fight! Come on! Auntie! Come on! He's only got one arm! We'll see you in a moment. Just leave him alone! Welcome back. News just in. Angus Dayton's agent reveals the career plan for next year. Quincy's back. Oh, those Germans, though, eh? Sometimes I wish I hadn't bothered to forgive them. You know what I'm saying? I have been enjoying BBC Two's The Entertainers, though. A chance to reacquaint ourselves with some of my boyhood favourites. I don't think that's the right door, Tony. No, if the key won't fit in, it's very
But I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, you got the wrong room. You got the wrong room, Tony. All right. Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week. Bernie Clifton.
Right, Brenda, it's your turn now, love.
Ah, Bernie. You always...
Hey, Bernie!
It's Bernie Clifton!
How are
Bernie!
you?
Wonderful! I must say, Bernie, I am enjoying you on The Entertainers. What are you up to at the moment?
I'm doing Dick Whittington at the Lyceum Theatre in Crewe.
Dick Whittington
Seats at all prices.
Lovely. Now, Bernie, the thing is, I love the ostrich. You know, it's sort of your trademark, isn't it?
It's my trademark, and the thing is, I'm getting fed up with being associated with the ostrich because everywhere I go, people say, Bernie, where's the ostrich?
Yeah, well, you know why that is, Bernie.
Why?
Well, every time we see you, you're on the ostrich, aren't you?
Of course.
Then what you want to do is go away and see if you can come up with another idea.
What, another idea than the ostrich?
Yeah, another idea than the ostrich.
Harry, I'll go away and think about it.
You do that. Bernie Clifton there. Off he goes. But Dr. Zhivago, though, eh? Oh, it's back and it's raunchy. I must warn you that the following footage has strong accents and people with beards from the outset. A very young ZZ Top there. Someone got some new gloves? Let's have another clip. Isn't it weird how people end up looking like their mirrors, though, eh? But this Dr. Zhivago is quite an achievement, right? Particularly if you consider that it was made during the great beard shortage of 2001. The great beard famine. 12 productions of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs had to be cancelled. And Father Christmas at Harrods was sacked when he turned up for work with a 5 o'clock shadow that he'd been furiously backcombing. As you know, most of our theatrical beards are imported from the Far East, from the big beard and moustache farms. But because of a dispute over pay and conditioner, an embargo... Let me finish. An embargo was enforced, and we've had to try to match the shortfall with our own British beards. Of course, they're far superior, but they do take just that bit longer to grow. Well, a call went up for donors, and many of our top celebrities stepped forward. Richard Branson, David Bellamy, Brian Blessing, Jeremy Spade, and even Anne Widdecombe stepped forward. Sorry, Anne. So they've had to get surrogate beards. Yes, men who, for a fee, will grow a beard for another man's chin. Here's Chris, who is growing a beard for a stranger.
When I heard the idea, I thought, fine, yes, they pay me £300. All I have to do is grow a beard. But when it came to handing it over, I just couldn't do it. I didn't realise how attached I'd become to it.
So I've been helping out. Yeah, I've been breeding them, basically. Yeah, I've got 2 beards in this cardboard box here, and I'm trying to get them to mate.
Go on, you'll never get your leg over like that. Go on, give it a kiss. Come here.
And, of course, news this week that Dean Gaffney, self-styled road sweeper Robbie, is leaving the square. So, Dean, if you've got a pen, the number for the bill is 020-794-6002. Give them a ring, I'm sure they'll sort you out. And, of course, Tony Caunter, who plays Roy Evans, is leaving the square too. Yeah, so, Tony, the number for the last of the summer wine is 0207-9... Yeah, we get the idea with that. Now, the BBC won't let us get clips of EastEnders. Yeah, that's who you've got to write to, Greg Dyke. You know, they've sold the EastEnders format to Iraq.
Ian, बहुत ही चुप है ना? अच्छा मार्टिन।
ओ मुंडा किथे गया? बिल्ली।
ओ ओके बैठो है।
इधर आजा लुइस। नानी पैगी के साथ आजा याशमत के लिए।
मुझे थोड़े आलू लाया जमीन। ते स्टीवन है, तू जाके थोड़ी मच्छी लाया मेरे वास्ते।
अब वो आ रहा हूँ।
ओ सैना, तेरे वास्ते टैक्सी आ गई। ओ बैठ, तू बैरी नू जाके लाया।
अच्छा रॉय।
ओ फिर पागल हो गया।
No, you can't have any clips of EastEnders. TV is evolving. Yeah. It's evolving, it's sort of getting flatter and wider, isn't it? Well, just time for a roundup of...
I've done it, Harry. Look, I've talked them off of it.
Sit down, you better go and have a go at the horse. Well, we've just heard that Pierce Brosnan is stepping down from playing James Bond, so he can explore a broader range of parts. Yeah, now, Pierce, the number for the bill is 0207... Now, what the... Who's that? I can't believe... No, Tony, it's 305 you want.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I got a wrong number there, yeah.
This is strange.
Hey, open the door, I've got the new idea! Harry, it's a new idea, look!
Yes, an ostrich riding on the back of a man. It's brilliant! Hello, Heidi.
Hi.
Fancy a drink?
Not off.
Come on, chitty face.
From 15 women down to 2, it's decision time for Mr. Right. The question is, who will he choose? Join Lance, Ulrika and the 2 girls for the final show. Mr. Right is next.
Welcome to TV Burp, the show that skims the cream off the TV milk and forces it into your tummy through a funnel. Kelly Osbourne claims some of the Osbournes' TV show was faked up.
Sharon, where's the dog? I told you no more animals in the... Sorry, love, I can't see. Can you bring it in a bit? I can't quite... Right. Sorry, we'll go from the dog, all right?
And Les Dennis's family welcome him home. Now, let's scotch these David Beckham internet rumours once and for all. The fact is, whatever you've heard about David Beckham in the internet, he has not, I repeat, has not worked out how to use it. No, Bex is still turning on his computer. He then turns the brightness up and uses it as a light. Yeah, he's still using it as a light. The bill now, is it me or are the pub signs getting more realistic? And to make it easier for ITV viewers to spot the bent copper with the drug problem, the producers of the bill have put in a little clue to help you.
I haven't seen you for a while. I've been in hospital. What you got?
They put an arrow in. Yeah, they put a big arrow in. I must just photo. Let me just... Hello, Popstars Arrivals? Yes. Yes, I'd like to vote for Javine, please. Yeah, Javine. Or Sarah, whatever. Sarah. Javine. Poor old Mr. Wright, though. Turned down by his final choice.
After a lot of soul searching, it's just not happening for me. And that's my gut feeling.
You prat. You were supposed to whittle it down to one, not none. The good news is, he's found someone he can finally find true happiness with. Yes, she's a little older, and like him, has royal connections. She must never be queen. The Meteorological Office today warned of more flash floods.
The fact is, the Red Sea is much too deep for any wind to divide it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad in East Sussex now. As BBC News anchorman Jeremy Bowen found out. And while he's drying out, they've replaced him. Yeah, we had a sneak preview of the new boy on Emmerdale.
Aye. Westminster scene will be great.
It's Richard Whiteley off Countdown, look.
Charming lady, as yourself.
That's my wife you're chatting up, you slimy, self-satisfied slug.
Who says current affairs on TV are dumbing down? Oh, I'm just getting some information in. Some news regarding the trade deficit. We go now to Treasury spokesman Chris England, who is with ITN political editor Roy Walker.
Well, Minister, what is your assessment of the current crisis?
Well, Roy, Gordon's initial forecasts seem to have been slightly out, but it does really reflect a slowing down in the global economy, and of course we're fighting 18 years of Tory neglect in our public services.
It's a good answer, but it's not right.
Emmerdale, though, eh? What's Eric Pollard up to now Gloria's gone up to Westminster? Well, he's taken over from Michael Flatley in Riverdance.
Happy now, are we?
And of course, this week, Emily and Paddy got back off holiday.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Oh, Emily, look. The thought of dragging this thing all the way up there, should have dropped it off first.
Didn't you know it's got wheels?
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you liked carrying it.
It's not just got wheels, it's got a powerful diesel engine as well, by the sound of things.
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, drive to the airport on your suitcase. Isn't it strange how people end up looking like they're cardboard boxes, though, eh? And on Bootylicious on Channel 4 this week, Dr. Roberts outlined the risks of sitting on a wicker chair with no pants on. Yeah, that's all very well, Doctor, but shouldn't you be at work? Another expert on the female rear got very excited.
My favourite Swahili word, in fact, perhaps my favourite word in any language, is a simple little noun that's spelled W-O, W-O, boooooo. And if you write it in a curvy hand on the page, it's like 6 naked bottoms sitting on a bench, which is quite pertinent because it actually means a woman with a well-endowed backside. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you close your eyes and imagine a big bottom and what it would say to you, what would it say? It would say, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, forgive me, but I think it's more likely to say... You're watching ITV1. Of course, the best person to ask what noise a giant bottom would make is Les Dennis, of course, isn't it? You know what? I prefer Melinda Messenger when she was in the Banana Splits. Which leads us to our TV Big Brother highlights of the week.
TV Big Brother highlight of the week.
It's over! Here's an odd thing. When Sue, off the bread advert on Big Brother, was booted out of the house, there was all this sort of cheering noise and barriers to keep the people back, but I couldn't see anyone making any noise.
Had a Christmas party.
Where's all the noise coming from? This is what it really sounded like. Meanwhile, things continue to go well on Pop Stars.
Bop, bop, doo-wah.
As the young hopefuls slug it out in the tough world of the music business. There goes Amy. Yes. Oh, there's Chris. Chris goes. And Javine.
Fantastic. We love you. That is the standard.
It is a cruel show, though. I just think that when Davina breaks the bad news to the kids, she just prolongs the agony just a little bit too much.
The singer going home is... Amy.
Bop, bop, doo-wah.
Pete Waterman is looking good these days, but he's getting on in years, isn't he? Let's face it. He's on his 3rd face transplant. He's so old, he remembers when lizards were fish. That's how old he is. He's so old, he remembers a time when if someone struck a match, he'd go, ooh, fire stick, don't come near him, man. But, you know, it wasn't always so. No, once upon a time, long ago, Pete was young, vibrant, and in a show called The Hitman and Her.
Jodie Watley and Real Love. We go dancing here at Camelot in Chorley.
And he's judging them. My favourite was always Hazel, the lovely pregnant Irish girl who was booted off for lying about her age.
You know when you filled in the form?
Yeah.
It's like a release form.
Yeah.
You put your age on there.
Yeah.
And you put 23.
Yeah.
We know that you're not 23.
The thing is, people want Pete Waterman to lie about his age because who's got the time to write all them noughts? I wonder how she's getting on, though, eh, Hazel? She must have had that baby by now.
Hello, Harry.
Man alive, it's Hazel off Pop Stars The Rivals. Haven't you had that baby yet?
Not yet, Harry.
How many months pregnant are you?
14.
14 months pregnant? But that's impossible.
Maybe it's got something to do with my age.
Well, how old are you, darling?
17.
Get out of here. You know, what with pensions going down the pan and property prices on the up, I rather cleverly bought myself a rental property, yes, a little while ago, and I let it to Queenie. She's a lovely old lady, and, blimey, is that the date? I'd better get over there and pick up the rent. Here we are.
Yeah? What do you want?
Who the hell are you?
Are you from BT? Because what it is, you know, we're going to settle up at the end of the month. We just haven't been paid yet.
I'm the landlord, Mush. Man alive! Where did you lot spring from? Posters? What? Blue tack? You know that leaves a mark.
So you're the real landlord then?
Yeah, what's of it?
Well, this gas heater's a bit dodgy. After spin on for a while, we all get a bit drowsy.
You get drowsy? Well, let's have a look. That all seems to be in working order. I mean, I haven't got the sort of money to go throwing around after new gas fires. I'll put it on for you now, right? If you start to get drowsy, open a window, like we used to. Anyway, where's Queenie? Oi, you. Who lives here?
Pete Waterman.
When was the last time you saw him?
About a week ago.
Well, then you think he might have fallen down and be unable to get up or something? Who cares? Yes?
Yeah, I've got a delivery from Mr. Waterman.
I think you might be a bit late for that.
Oh, I've got 20 yards of track to lay.
Well, I'll get him to call you when he comes round, all right? Ah, Queenie, there you are.
Oh, hello, Harry.
How many times have I told you, no gentlemen friends back to the accommodation?
But the pension's gone all to cock. I needed the money.
Subletting in open breach of contract?
I'm getting 150 quid each from them, Harry.
How much you say? Like I say, you're in breach of contract.
I don't know where to go.
Well, try the council. If you hurry, you'll still make it down to town hall. I'm not a charity. Right, lads, let's have your rinse. Lads? Oh, well, looks like the girls might be in with a chance after all. Let's get down the bookies. Of course, since filming that, Chris has been booted out. Yeah, I'll be all right in a minute. Now, what about all this argy-bargy between the telly chefs, though, eh? Gordon Ramsay called Jamie a name. Anthony Worrell Thompson pushed Gary into some nettles. And Delia held Nigella's head down the bog during break. See, me, I like Ainsley and I like Gary. As for who's best, well, there's only one way to find out. Food fight! We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. Good news. Cold Feet star John Thompson is back with his girlfriend. There's a grape in with my spiders. Don't you hate it when that happens? Well, I have been enjoying the Crocodile Hunter's Diaries with Steve Owen. Not that one! No. This Steve Owen.
This bloke is very naughty and quite a handful to catch.
Here's Steve trying to catch a kangaroo. And it's important, as he points out, to cause the roo the least amount of stress.
Try not to stress him out too much. Got him by the tail. West's got to get in there and tackle him, take him to ground. Oh, look at the claws digging into my arm. Trouble is, we've got to get a tarp. Go quick, Wes, and go hard. Got to get him in a tarp, wrap him up, so he can't hurt himself or us.
Yeah. Keep the stress to a minimum. Wrestle him to the ground, wrap him in a tarp. Yeah. Here's Steve and Co. catching a crocodile. Somebody get a tarp! Somebody get a tarp! That's the Crocodile Hunter's diaries. But what do the crocodiles think? Well, I've got hold of one of the crocodile's diaries. Yeah, here it is. Where are we? Yes. OK. Monday, December the 1st. Weather sunny, chicken for lunch, laid around in water most of the day, watched EastEnders on TV. Whatever happened to Wellard? That's a good point. Tuesday the 2nd, got up early, fish for breakfast. A strange man throws himself on top of me and rolls me up in a tarp. Why do you do that? Well, which brings us to our TV highlight of the week. TV highlight of the week. And a little bit of advice from Tricia.
As the old Rolling Stones song goes, you can't get what you want until you actually say what you want.
Yeah, you can't get what you want until you actually say what you want. Yeah. Tricia's got a new album out for Christmas, actually. Yeah, look, it's Tricia Sings the Stones. Yeah. It's got some great tracks on it. Track 1, Jack Flash, who jumps up and down, is a good one. Hey, you, get off of my white fluffy thing. It's a nice one by Tricia. Here's one. I want to redecorate in a dark colour. And my favourite, Ruby Wednesday. Ruby Wednesday. It's a nice... It's for Christmas, yeah. See, in the old days at Channel 5, it used to be mainly shows about Hitler, didn't it? Right? Channel Fump, as we used to call it. Not anymore. No, it's New Look 5. And I particularly enjoyed last week's Hitler's Britain, which suggests what might have happened if Hitler had won. Oh. What? Yes? Hello? Yeah, no, I know Hitler only had one. Himmler was somewhat similar, yes, and poor old Goebbels. Who is this? It suggests what might have happened if Hitler had won.
November 20th. Dr. Franz Six and his death squad commandeer the Dorchester Hotel. Over the coming months, Suite 513 will acquire a notorious reputation. 44 prominent Londoners are dragged from their homes. Amongst them is entertainer and playwright Noel Coward, who dies whilst being interrogated. He was number 96 in the Nazi special search list, otherwise known as the Black Book.
Yeah, well, you know, we could all make stuff up, you know. I've managed to get hold of the Black Book. Here it is, look, which is sort of a buff colour. Let's have a look at some things that they predict are going to happen. Let's have a look in Hitler's Britain. November the 20th, Noel Coward arrested. Yes, that's there, looking ahead. The Beatles appear with a 5th blonde-haired member who plays a tuba all the way through Yesterday. November the 30th, 1974, German stormtroopers commandeer Bernard Manning's Embassy Club. Audiences immediately complain that it's not as right-wing as it used to be. Here we are. Mike Batt kidnapped and forced to rename the Wombles Das Winkels. Who, rather than pick up litter, encouraged children to inform on their parents. March 1986, Hello is cancelled. December 2003, ITN political commentator Roy Walker is arrested.
Well, Minister, what is your explanation for the bread shortage?
A shortage of bread.
Well, say what you see.
Get off me! Get off me! Get off me!
And lastly, Hitler takes over Channel 5 and manages to make a large amount of its output documentaries about the Nazis. Well, maybe it's not as far-fetched as I thought. Now, we can't get clips of EastEnders. Yeah, I'll kill that Greg Dyke if I see him. I'll plant one on his fat face. Yeah, I know, it's cruel, isn't it? So, to let you know what's happening in it, we've had to commission one of those courtroom artists. Yeah. Yeah. It's not ideal. Here we are. This is what This is what happened on tonight's EastEnders. Here we are. There's Lynn in the cafe, look, and there's Barry coming in. He's ordering something. There's Natalie watching. Oh, he's saying Phil is a cold-blooded murderer. Oh, Peggy comes in. Oh, she's not too happy about that. And then, what have we got? There's Jim Branner. He's having a bit of a funny turn in the gym. It's all right, Robbie's there. Robbie's there. And that woman who's sort of, you think maybe he's going to have a fit. Don't let Dot find out. Don't let Dot find out. And then later on, there's Phil and Peggy enjoying a nice quiet drink in the Vic. And who comes in? Sonia gives him a right old mouthful. Yeah. Just like watching the real thing. Probably like me, you like the soaps, so you want to read what the characters on the soaps are reading. But you just don't seem to be able to find these titles on the shelves of most ordinary newsagents. For instance, on Emmerdale, you want to read Mum's World. Because you want to know what's going through Emily's mind. Or you want to get the latest copy of Fizz. I mean, we don't know. What is Fizz magazine? Is it a Hello-style entertainment magazine? Or is it the carbonated drinks industry's in-house magazine? See, if it's EastEnders, you want to read Wizzo like Stephen. I'll kill that Greg Dyke, that bald-headed freak. Young Steve there, he basically likes comics or magazines he can easily cut out the letters of. Just time for a roundup of some of the glossy magazines. Women's Weekly, basically happy and healthy, it's a nice one. Fizz magazine, Where SodaStream Went Wrong, it's a nice one. And Mum's World, they're going with a nice big picture of Hazel. From Pop Stars there. What the...
I've had it at last, Harry. Look. I never thought I'd see daylight.
Everybody sing.
For the times we cried, gotta stay alive.
Survive one love, for the city streets, one love.
For the hip-hop beats, well, I do believe one love is all we need. One love.
Gossip, video diaries and much more as we go behind the scenes with the finalists in Pop Stars The Rivals Extra.
To TV Burp, the show that boils down the week's TV into a rich stock and then pours it over your eyes and ears. And of course, this week saw the announcement live on TV of the winner of the Turner Prize.
I think we'll have that one.
And concern grows over Charlotte Church's behaviour. I don't know about you, but that's kind of weird behaviour for a 17-year-old, you know. Sing something we know, love, all right? Sing something we know. Oh, I must just, while I'm thinking about it... hello, Charlotte. Yeah, it's Harry. Yeah, listen, love, you still all right for that meet and greet later? Well, keep your hair on. Oh, and as BBC One's Fame Academy draws to a close, anticipation reaches fever pitch. And despite fears that going 5 nights a week would stretch their ability to come up with exciting new storylines, Emmerdale goes from strength to strength.
Edna tells me you're having a shed delivered.
Eat your heart out, EastEnders. Who needs a murder when you're getting a shed delivered? On The Real Princess Anne on Channel 4, Prince Philip defends his role as president of the World Wildlife Fund.
There was a time when you, I think, went on tiger shoots, presumably those days.
I never went on tiger shoots. I went on one shoot.
Not a thing
I shot one tiger that happened to be lame at the time. I imagine you weren't even born then anyway, so I don't know if you know about it.
Oh, I don't know, you shoot one tiger and everyone's on your back, aren't they? It was lame anyway, you know. That's the usual treatment for lameness, death, right? Ask Truder off Vets in Practice. Yeah, it's lame and so we got to kill it, yeah. History now with BBC's Time Flyers. What I love about history programmes is the way you can learn so much.
What are these massive timbers doing in the riverbank? Well, to be honest, we're not entirely sure. I mean, it's obviously some sort of riverside structure.
It's a riverside structure.
Running across the bottom of the trench, and you can see it in the other section as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think that this might be a big ditch?
Yeah, thanks a lot for that one, yeah. I got my history mocks this week. What's this? It's a man in a hat. What's this? A bit of cloth with some marks on it. What's this? It's a library. Get down there and look stuff up like you're supposed to. See, I've got a contact on Time Team who gets me loads of fossils and bits of flint. Yeah, and I collect them. But don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Harry from the block. Jamie Oliver's back. Oh, yeah. Jamie's back with Jamie's Kitchen, where he's teaching people off the street how to cook. And we see a slightly more grumpy side to Jamie.
Right, on paper, you have turned up to Hammersmith 66%. Right, and I just think that is completely taking the piss. That is taking the piss out of me, because I've put my bollocks on the line for this thing.
He keeps saying about how he's risking all his money on the project. Well, you know, what have you spent it all on, Jamie? Coriander. We've actually got the menu for the new restaurant. Yeah, it's, let's have a look at it. What's on the menu? Boiled egg, runny or hard. It's not a choice, it's what you get, right? Might be runny, might be hard. Oven chips with a nice dollop of salad there. Then for afters, tin peaches with a little bit of tip-top, on top. Washed down with a nice big mug of Sunny D. Yeah. It's sort of a can't cook. The judges, they work 5 days a week. That's 1 day judging, 4 days off with diarrhoea. Isn't it funny how people end up looking like their ornaments, though, eh?
What time did you get in this morning?
Don't know, it must be like 2 or 3.
And another thing, 15 to 1 on Channel 4. 15 to 1? It's on at 3:45. Right? It should be 15 to 4. Get it right. Emmerdale now, and someone's been vandalising Ray Mullen's car. Yeah, Mr. Big I Am on the one side, but it continues round. Look, it says that, Mr. Big I Am, amputate your legs if you carry on being naughty. Staying with Emmerdale, Emily and Paddy are fostering 2 young girls with problems, as their social worker explains.
Carly, the younger girl, is much more approachable. Chantal isn't. She can be extremely manipulative. And she's prone to tantrums.
Yeah, well, first job, put them knives away. Get rid of the knives. Yeah. What you need's a shed. You need a shed, mate. Don't you hate it when someone's talking to you and a little bit of food finds its way out of their mouth into your face?
How long have you been here?
Long enough.
I wouldn't suppose there's many's accepted you yet.
Emmerdale. The big story, of course, is still the stalker. Yeah, he's still managed to evade capture despite there being only about 12 people who live in Emmerdale. But poor Louise is living in fear.
I hear the police were around at your place last night. Don't miss much, do you? They're investigating your mystery admirer.
He's there, Louise, look. His big eyes looking at you, mentally undressing you. You know, I got so upset about poor Louise, I could almost do this. Yeah, that's right. This.
He wouldn't do anything to hurt you.
That's what I keep telling myself.
He was upset, though.
Enough to do this?
These two blokes, Trini and Susano, tell you that you look terrible and then chuck your clothes out. You know, what's all that about?
Teamed with the trousers. You look like a hooker. You do.
You look like a hunchback. Those trousers. Oh, gathered and pulled right up her crack. It's actually your tits look smaller in it, do you know that?
Yeah, they've sold the format of that show all around the world. Yeah, have a look at the Taliban version of What Not to Wear.
Hey, आंखें बहुत ही बड़े हैं। आंखें और नाक बहुत ही अच्छे हैं। ये कमीज बहुत ही अच्छी है। आपके पास कुछ और है?
Well, Bond's back. Yes, sparking a spate of Bond-based shows. Here's Channel 5's The Real Bond Gadgets.
The rat was provided, and someone had the gruesome task of emptying it out, so you had a hollow rat skin. That was then filled with plastic explosive, and into the plastic explosive, a time pencil with a small primer at the end was inserted, and the rat would explode.
Right, you take your rat, mate, you scoop out all the inside like that. You get your plastic explosives, you pop that in there like that, then you get your time pencil, you put your time pencil in there, like that. Oh my God, no! Can I take great hit and chop it out like that? No, it's right. You can't. As soon as I got my bollocks from the knife, then, if they wanted to put a Sainsbury's advert, you know, I'll be absolutely brave. Forget your main course. Forget your main. We'll go on the puddings. Get your puddings up. All right, here we go with the pudding. What you do? Right here, you peel the top off your screen of it. Like that. You just peel it off. What's the point? Jamie's Kitchen has come to an end, but I'm pleased to say his trainees have all secured jobs in the catering business. I don't know if you're like me, but I love Holby City. I like nothing more than sitting down in front of Holby with a takeaway foreign meal and letting the fun commence.
I don't want to let it go.
Yes, we're close. We've even talked about getting married.
Cut. Hey, come on.
It's not fair.
I've got terminal cancer. Yeah, maybe I'll have that tomorrow, you know. I don't know about you, but these operations, to me, they look like someone's cutting into a beige PVC sofa.
We should really get her into a theatre now.
No, we've no time for that. Just open her up here. Ed, do it.
Get a knife.
Harry, terrible news.
Terrible news?
It's the sofa.
Not my beige PVC one.
Yeah. I was sitting on it, having my tea, and the bottle of tomato sauce fell down the back. It's got stuck. I need the sauce, and the thing is, my chips are getting cold.
Well, there's nothing for it. I'd better get it down to Holby. You're gonna be fine. Just get your doctor. Use that hand, would you?
Sure thing. What's the story?
Well, the floor manager's sitting on it, eating his chips. What the sauce falls down the back of it.
And the chips?
That's just it. They're getting cold.
Can I help you?
Harry, it's urgent. Injured sofa.
Sauce bottle.
Yep, and the chips are getting cold.
Any sausage?
No, just chips.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Mr. Taylor.
What's the story here?
5-year-old sofa, bottle of tomato ketchup falling down the back of it.
And the chips?
Getting cold.
Set up a drip. I'll see what I can feel.
We'll be all right, Doctor, won't it? Come on, Alistair, what are you doing on my ward?
Mr. Campbell-Gore, I was just passing.
Oh, what's the deal here?
A 5-year-old sofa, sauce bottle down the back of it.
Oh, nasty. Can't we have you looked inside the cushion? Sometimes it can get trapped there. Oh, we better get it down to theatre. Right, I'll have a little look here. I found the zip. Oh, the zip's stuck.
Blood pressure's dropping.
What? Well, there's nothing for it. We'll have to go in. Alistair, give me a hand, will you? Scalpel. I can feel it. Kerry, would you? Thanks.
Kerry. Thanks.
Kerry, Matt, would you? Just a bit, feel the tip of it. No. Squeeze it. Suture. Quick, suction. There. I've got it. Look at it. Alistair, would you close for me, please?
It's NVS.
What? Quick, defib. Clear. 200 joules. Clear. Oh. No, okay, we'll go again. Clear. No, okay, adrenaline. Quick in there. How we doing?
Nothing.
I think we should call it a day. I mean, we got the sauce out and everything.
Yeah, well, I suppose you know. Time of death. Wait a minute. What about my sofa?
Yeah, he's right. There's a big cut there, and it's all stained with ketchup.
Yeah, but you just turn the cushion over.
Yeah, or you can put a blanket over it.
Or a throw. Someone's going to have to tell the relatives.
Well, I better do that. Where are they?
In the waiting room.
Mrs. Parker-Knoll? I'm afraid the doctors did all they could, but from now on there is a strong chance that your husband may have to wear a stretch cover. That was a close one. Well, a number of our highly revered celebrities are prone to the odd temper tantrum, but who's the most effective, Charlotte Church or Liam Gallagher? Fight! Welcome back. And on the bill this week, Angus Dayton's partner finally broke her silence. Oh, I did enjoy 7 days at Shook Coronation Street on Sunday, which, amongst other things, detailed the various problems of Bet Lynch. Of course, when I say Bet Lynch, I don't mean Bet Lynch. I mean the actress who played Bet Lynch, Julie. Good year! Not bad, looking forward to Christmas. 7 days at Shook Coronation Street. They copied our idea. Yeah, they had a fight between Corrie and EastEnders.
And then the rating for EastEnders went up and up and up. And suddenly they realised that they had a fight in their hands.
They copied our idea. We do the fights. In that bit, EastEnders won. But they didn't show what happened after the cameras stopped rolling. Yeah, like I say, we do the fights. Anne's in deck now. Is it me, or when Deck is talking, does Anne just kind of stare at you? Ever wondered what's going through his head?
It might even be fair to say that one or two people haven't been getting on so well.
I hadn't noticed myself, but yesterday there was a chance.
I wonder what me mum's cooked for me tea.
I hope it's not a quiche again. As nice as they are, I find the pastry tends to get a bit soggy.
Robot Wars now on BBC Two, and like me, you were bowled over by Chaos 2 beating Dantopkia. Great results, but what were its tactics?
What was the tactic when you were sort of approaching the battle?
I had two choices. I pack and stack, which is what I used. Well, George gave me his rear end. I was going to lift my forks up and go through his back and take his internals out.
Explain that again.
Pack and stack, which is what I used. Well, George gave me his rear end. I was going to lift my forks up and go through his back and take his internals out.
No wonder every now and then Craig Charles comes over a bit Anton Deck.
Chaos 2, all the experience of former champions. We've already seen the flippability, iron ore beating...
I wonder what me mum's cooked for us. I hope it's not a quiche again. As nice as they are, I find the pastry tends to get a bit soggy.
Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week. TV highlight of the week. The Bill with their very own cop idol. And a special message for the victims of the Sunhill serial killer. Whole again, well, or at least arranged a bit so you kind of sort of look like you're whole again, you know what I mean? What is it with Bruce Forsyth and those big playing cards, though, eh? If you're having difficulty seeing, get glasses, Bruce, all right? Don't just have everything made big. Battle Stations Radar on Channel 4 last week explained about a special competition they announced back in 1945.
The Air Ministry offered a prize of £1,000 to anyone who could build a death ray that could kill a sheep at 100 yards.
A death ray that could kill a sheep at 100 yards. Well, here's the original advert in the Radio Times, look. Pete Waterman on the front. Where's the advert? Oh, here it is, yeah. Could you create a death ray that could kill a sheep at 100 yards? Prize, £1,000. Oh, just imagine what I could do with £1,000. Oh, what's this? Closing date, Saturday, 14th of December, 2002? Wait a minute. If I could... I've got an idea. If we could just... Cheers, Brucey.
Nice to see you. Best of luck.
Die! Die! Damn you! Die! Oh, it worked with the ends. Oh, maybe that sun would come out. Now, the great reality TV swindle on Channel 4, in which 30 grown men and women gave up their jobs and homes for a year to be in a reality TV show that doesn't exist. Why you do that?
To be honest, the money is just money. And the fact that it may have opened other windows.
I think you mean doors. I think you mean doors, yeah. Windows are the things that you throw yourself out of. Right. Here's the big plan.
We're going to be back here next year with £1 million.
Yay! Yeah, if you raise £1 million in a year, you win £100,000. Have a look at the bloke who was supposed to direct it.
I just thought, well, can't we just sort of like tell everybody the truth that we're trying to make a programme, we don't have a commission, and if we all pull together, it might work.
Would you give up your job and home for a man who puts his TV on his armchair? The reason he's got it there is because he's his only friend. No, I felt sorry for some of them, though, particularly poor Debbie. At the end of it all, she had to go home and live with a long-suffering teddy bear.
In my mind, I'd gone away.
I wonder what me mum's cooked for me tea. I hope it's not quiche again. As nice as they are, I find the pastry tends to get a bit soggy.
As one window opens, eh? No. Now, the BBC won't let us have clips of EastEnders. No. Yeah, Greg Dyke's the ringleader. Oh. Yeah. All right with me and punish him. All right, we can't get clips, but we still want you to know what's going on in it. So this week, we've got the Shanklin Town Women's Guild Choir to explain roughly what's been going on in EastEnders over the last week or so.
Jim Brown. Yes, that lady was trying to get off with him at the gym. Then he was taken ill.
He had a heart attack.
He had a
Doctor was called. Doctor said how many pieces he had.
Yeah, it's almost like watching, isn't it? The Shanklin Townswomen's Guild Choir there. And, well, let's just have a look at a few of the Christmas cards I've received. Look, there's one from Pete Waterman, with Jesus from when they were knocking about together. It's written with a quill. It's written with a quill, that one. This one from... I can't read that one out. That's from Charlotte Church. Oh, Christmas as well. This one here. Look, it's a big one. That's from Bruce Forsyth. That's from Brucey. And this last one here. That's from Stephen off EastEnders. Yeah. Well, to sing us out, ladies and gentlemen, it's Atomic Kitten.
Laughing and joking, doing what I can. I won't put you down. I want you around. You can make me whole again. Looking back on when we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Baby, you're the one. You still tell me on. You can make me whole again. Whole again.
Ready? Right, you swine. Yeah, I've got it.
The comedy continues next, 15 minutes later than billed. Frank Skinner is joined by stars of the big and small screen. Jack Ryder, Carol Vorderman and Chicago stars Renée Zellweger and Richard Gere. They're all up next.
Welcome to TV Burp, the show that condenses the TV milk into those tiny individual portions like you get in cafes and stirs it into the coffee of your mind. And in the week of the Royal Variety Show, we managed to get a camera in the royal box to see what Prince Charles really thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Pop Idol, please welcome Will Young.
Oh, Christ, not again. Of course, at this time of year, many of our finest actors and ex-gladiators are doing panto, and occasionally it spills over into the day job.
Ta-da! Hello, it's me!
Oh! Hello, Honky Tonks! Or this one from the bill. He didn't even bother changing out of the outfit. Staying with the bill, here's a classic piece of detective work.
Cass?
She's not here.
She's got her. Cass!
Nick!
She's not here. Cass? Robbie, no, she's not here.
Cass is missing.
Yeah, I heard.
There's no sign of her anywhere.
Look, she's probably gone out.
Oh, she's not in. She must have gone out. Simple as that. But where were the lads from Sunhill when this week top actor Christopher Casanova tackled a robber in the street? He'd been out Christmas shopping and hit the robber over the head with one of the presents he'd bought. A breadboard. Well, that's sport Mrs. Casanova's Christmas, that is. There she is, come Christmas Day. She's got nothing to look forward to. Gone is that heady excitement as she's handed the gift. She feels it. Oh, her heart skips a beat. Could it be? No, surely not. A bread pull? Isn't it weird how people end up looking like their gas cylinders, though, eh?
You OK to look after the shop for a minute, Tom?
Well, Jamie's Kitchen has been and gone with the successful opening of his restaurant 15. He trained 15 kids with no previous experience of cooking to be able to recognise the fancy flavours he's cooking up in his restaurant.
I want you to eat this, and I want you to put it around your mouth. Is it sweet? Is it sour? I want you to come out with a whole load of emotions, feelings. What's this shit?
And to break them in gently, he got them cooking for a private party.
If Jamie wants fresh herbs, and he nearly always does, you'll have to get wet.
Why don't you try Sainsbury's? Oh, thanks, Ben. You might even get a discount. And, of course, you're probably like me. You've spent the week trying to get your hands on the must-have children's toy for Christmas.
You know, Joseph wants one of these Spoogelmans for Christmas.
Spoogelman? Oh, you won't find one of them. They're like gold dust.
I know, I've tried everything. You know it's going to be a flaming nightmare this Christmas if you don't get that precious toy.
You just can't get the Spoogelmans, can you? Well, I've actually got one, yeah. I bought the last one in the country. You want to see it? I can't believe my luck, I really can't. It's the must-have toy on Emmerdale. Look, here it is. Oh, it's the Spoogelman. Oh, look. Yeah. It may not look much to sophisticated city types, but to someone living in the sticks, that's the equivalent of a PlayStation. What's that, Mr. Spoogelman? You want to dance? Yeah, well, you get the idea with that. Oi, is Hayley the only sex change they've got on Coronation Street? Because I'm thinking maybe Stephen, who runs the cab company, might be on the old sex change hormones. It's just that on occasions his voice does go quite high.
I don't believe this. It was only yesterday you were all for turning him into the police.
Yeah, that's quite high. And a bit later, with a few more hormones on board...
You're the one that wanted to go on flaming holiday. I wouldn't have gone in a million years.
In a couple of weeks' time, only dogs will be able to hear him. Billy Connolly and those lottery adverts. You think, wait a minute, how often does Billy Connolly buy a lottery ticket? Well, I spotted him buying a lottery ticket this week in the cabin.
Well, Kevin's only gone and left this Nelson fella in charge of the garage on his own.
Actually, the Queen's speech this year, she's doing a backstage documentary. Oh, yeah, the making of the Queen's speech.
5 minutes, Your Majesty.
She definitely start with the hello, everyone, the wave.
Ah, the wave is great. It's friendly, it's informal.
And then the Paul Burrell gag, right?
Exactly. You open with the wave and the greeting, then you get straight in with the early Burrell gag.
I'm really not sure about that Princess Anne dog joke, though.
Are you kidding me? That is a beautiful gag. Listen, you open with the wave thing, then the Burrell, and then you build up to the dog. I'm telling you, it can't miss. It's a beautiful speech.
Well, here goes.
Knock him dead, Mom.
You nailed it, baby. You know what about the dog gag? I wasn't sure about the dog gag. I paused for the laugh.
Great timing. Ah, milked it, schmilked it.
I slayed him. Right, everyone. It's down to string fellows. The first round's on me.
Come on.
It's been Posh Week on Channel 5 with Posh Totty and To the Manor Bought. Get it? Bought. Posh Totty first. They followed a bunch of idle rich girls, or oxygen thieves, as I prefer to call them.
Claire went to one of the smartest girls' schools in the country, Cheltenham Ladies' College.
I'm lucky I come from a family that does have a sort of heritage and nothing spectacular. But we do actually have a family tree we can trace right back to to William the Conqueror.
Right the way back to 10 William the Conqueror. Yeah. way back, including 16 at the Fire of London and of course, the 19 Second World War. Yeah. She's got an IQ of about 70, a bit thick, actually. Here's another one.
You can't buy style or class. You either have it or you don't. Simple as that.
You can't buy style or class, she says. You know, if you rearrange the letters of Posh Totty, you get the word parasite. Well, yeah, roughly. If there were some more letters in it. And here's another one, look.
Well, here we go. 10 o'clock, zone F.
Yeah, no, that's off, love. Yeah. If you arrange the letters of Posh Totty, you get the words irritating airheads. Yeah, really. We can't get clips from EastEnders. No, Greg Dyke took it upon himself personally and banned us from using any of them. Here he is, look! I know, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? It's no use, I can't bear to see you all like this. That's why I went along to TV Centre to see if I appealed to him personally whether he would relent. Right, well, here I am outside BBC TV Centre to see if we can get in to see Greg Dyke. Now, I know he's a man of culture, so I thought I'd buy him a little present. Oh, what do you get the man who bought us Roland Rat and Fame Academy? Well, I got him this. I got him a tinned ham, a Thunderbird, and a Twix. Perfect night in, Shay Dyke. Let's see how we get on. Hello there. I'm Harry Hill, the comedian. I've come to see Greg Dyke, who's the leader of the B. You know who runs this. It's about the EastEnders clips. I've got my TV licence, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I've got a present for him. I know I've got some wine and some a Twix for him. See, it's about the East End. Can you perhaps patch me through on the phone to his office?
Yeah, he's not here.
I'll have to try something else then. Thanks. Right, I thought. If they won't give me the clips, I'm going to have to seize them. Here's the plan. We managed to establish that Greg Dyke personally delivers the tapes of EastEnders every day, except Wednesdays, at 7 o'clock, well, 7:30 Monday to Fridays. He comes out of BBC TV Centre and he takes the tapes to the area where they've got all the playing machines where they play all the various BBC tapes. Now, a location that until now has been a closely guarded secret. Well, I can reveal that it is, in fact, in a flat above Donna's Shish Kebabs in Shepherd's Bush Green. So, all I'm going to do, heavily disguised as a tree, I lie in wait on the route, and as Greg approaches, I jump out and liberate the tapes for TV Burp. Here we go. Well, here I am outside Donna's Shish Kebab, Shepherd's Bush Green. We're expecting Greg Dyke any second. But shh, not a word. Wait a minute, it's Geeta off EastEnders. Geeta, darling. Look, it's me, Harry.
Oh, hi, Harry.
Listen, darling, you haven't seen Greg Dyke, have you?
Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, I've just come from there.
You just come from...
Oh, my goodness, it's that time. Gotta go. Sanjay!
It's him!
It's his boy!
Yeah, I've got him! Oh, yeah. Hello? Oh, hello, Greg, yeah. It's him. Yeah, hello, cheesy fruits. No, I don't care, mate. I'm going to play them anyway. Up yours! Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on ITV, EastEnders.
Phil, where are you? You're getting into such trouble one of these days. Now tell me, did you kill Lisa or not? No, I've told you, I never murdered no one.
Phil! Peggy!
Geezer, what brings you back to the square?
Everyone, I'd like you to meet my new husband, Greg.
Hello, Peggy. Phil, me and Geezer are very much in love.
The swine! He's paying Gita to help him create his own perverted versions of EastEnders. Yeah! And you, as a viewer, are paying for that. Makes you feel sick, don't it? Well, of course, this time of year, the big thing is Father Christmas. But let's not forget the real reason for it. Of course, the birth of the baby Jesus. But who's better, Jesus or Santa? There's only one way to find out. Fight! Welcome back, and we found out how Prince Charles managed to sit through the entire Royal Variety Show. All this fuss about Prince Harry, though, everyone knows the real reason for ginger hair is if the mother, during pregnancy, eats too many cheesy Wotsits. Isn't it weird, though, how people end up looking like their backgrounds?
Robbie Bate from Sunderland is only 23, but he's been a consistent offender from the...
You know, I was watching that 2D TV yesterday evening.
How's the feeding going?
And I found it a little bit flat.
Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week.
Go on, clear off. You're too flat. You're too flat. Wow. Treasure hunt now, hosted from Lord Kitchener's old house. Now, he may have cocked up the First World War.
Lord Kitchener designed this ornate...
Look at that Artex! But I have been enjoying Britain's brainiest kids, or tomorrow's playground beatings, as I call it. Vain men now. Men who like to look after themselves, who care about their appearance.
Moisturising, shaving.
Here's Phil preening himself in the bath. And it was while watching this that I worked out why they called it vain men.
The odd sunbed. Probably more than the odd sunbed.
Just look at the size of that vein. That's why they call it vain men. If he cut himself shaving his head, he could bleed to death.
If I look in the mirror and...
That's his role model, look. Tweety Pie. It's Christmas, of course, and for many of the shows, they use that as an excuse to lard up the set with Christmas decorations. Just look at the efforts the Bill have gone to.
Yeah, what could you tell me?
And people came from miles around to see a wodge of green tinsel blue-tacked to the wall, and there was great rejoicing. I'll be honest, we're not much better here, are we? You know, this was supposed to light up. Let's see if I can have a little fiddle with it. What's the point, eh? Staying with the Bill, and have you ever noticed how close Des Taverner stands to his suspects?
When? They wouldn't tell me.
Go on, kiss him! Kiss him! You know you want to. Then I realised where I'd seen him before. And this week in the Bill, the serial killer suspect committed suicide, and poor Adam O'Caro had to break the news to his sister. When someone gets bad news, you never know quite how they're going to react, do you?
Are you okay?
killings, though, shocking! Which brings us to our TV highlight of the week. TV highlight of the week. Kerry Young working undercover. And if you're chasing an escaping criminal, good things to shout are, "Oi, stop!" And if that doesn't work, try, "Oi, stop, police!"
Oi! He's got your bag! Stop, please!
Scramble all units! The thing is, when you're watching TV, you've no idea how tall people are. It's only when you see them next to something that you know the size of that you can work it out.
I was only trying to do something about what's happening. I mean, no one else is.
Yeah, it turns out that Louise off Emmerdale is tiny. What our fans don't realise is she drinks from a thimble, sleeps in a slipper and rides around on the back of a dog. However, TV's Judy Finnegan is over 12 feet tall. I don't want to get the idea with that. And now, Ian Rankin's evil thoughts. I don't like the woman in the newsagents. She's really annoying. Ian Rankin's evil thoughts there. Not really, of course, no. This Ian Rankin, he spent a little bit of time on Channel 4 looking into nasty people's minds, which took him to Texas and death row. Here, he's being told about what happens at the very end.
The last inmate whose execution I witnessed started to sing a song called "The Road Goes On Forever and the Party Never Ends." Or they might apologize to the victim's family, or they might sometimes claim that they're innocent. And then the warden will give a signal. It's a secret signal that nobody knows. And at that point, the lethal injection chemicals will begin.
A secret signal? What's that then? Well, we've managed to get hold of some hidden camera footage of an actual execution.
Got any last words?
No.
Well, this is the last show. Let's have a look at some of the shows they got lined up for next year on TV.
TV preview of next year.
First of all, the Sky at Night gets moved to daytime.
I can't see a thing. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and in line with some of these 999-style shows like Stop, Police, Action, there's a new one, Caution, Slippery Surface. Well, it's just time to have a roundup of some of the various pantos going on around the country. There's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, featuring Sooty in Darlington. That's a nice one. There's Frank Bruno and Sooty, Southend-on-Sea. Swansea, we've got Lisa Riley and, oh, look, Sooty. He's in there. And May McMetteridge in Cinderella. That's in Belfast. Oh, look, there's Sooty again. He's busy, isn't he, Sooty? And then, of course, we've got a lad in there with the Newsnight review team. Mark Rawson as Widow Twankey. Oh, there's my tour leaf. I don't know how that got involved. Embarrassing. Awfully embarrassing. I do apologise.
Harry,
what?
There's been this delivery for you.
A delivery? For me? What could it possibly... what's this? From Christopher Casanova? Oh, I see. It's a Spoogelman swimming pool, though. Well, what with the murder on EastEnders, the stalker on Emmerdale, the serial killers on the Bill and Coronation Street, we thought, what better way to sing us out on the last show with something seasonal.
For all the lawyers, wonderful stuff.
This is David from our house.
Our house, yeah. Is it Holby or what?
Your Highness, this is Kevin Bishop, who put the whole show together.
Why me? Why me?
Next, we meet the Essex Council emergency team who face a weekend of crisis dealing with those who are desperate and in despair. Real life, A Hard Day's Night, in a couple of minutes.